Feel the funky Homo sapien is chillin'.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, for the Bucks, these guys are playing good basketball with 7 wins in their last 10 games, and they like their chances tonight. And tonight, get ready for some highlights. 2 lightning-quick, high-flying clubs. Kenny, when you have teams as athletic as these, how can one side carve out an advantage?
Poise. That's it. You want to be athletic, but you also want to be level-headed. You got to have a combination of the two. You got to execute your plays, and you just don't rely on your physical gifts because that could be detrimental.
And not only that, A-M-B, F-A-E.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
brave. 2K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with the broadcast from Philadelphia. It's the home of the 76ers, the Wells Fargo Center. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. Coming in off the road, the 76ers are back in Philadelphia for this game. It's an opportunity for them to play in a heated matchup like this, to play your best basketball. These are the games, guys, that show how well you match up against the other great teams in the league.
And for Philadelphia, they're a team that a lot of people called for to kind of go wire to wire in terms of being in first place. That's not possible anymore, but clearly this is an elite team.
Without question, I mean, their expectations may have been a little outsized, but this is a terrific team, and even that doesn't mean you'll win every game.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, Sixers coach Brett Brown says that Philadelphia reminds him of his hometown of Boston. He said the city has tremendous pride. The city wants winners. It's a tough, no-nonsense city. Nobody's sugarcoating anything. And I love that because you can just tell it like it is. My responsibility is to produce a team that plays hard. Guys?
Thanks, David. Right on the money. Philly's passion for sports is something that makes them so unique. Clark, I'm certain for coaches and for players too, but certainly for the coach because he's got to moderate this, how he tries to keep his players focused every night in every game in the NBA. It's such a long season.
Yeah, it really is a long season, and you have to sprinkle and not spray if you're a coach. By that, I mean you can't use all of your material too early in terms of motivating. But the other thing is, you need not be motivating your players all the time if you're a coach. That's something that pro players should be doing themselves.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. On the perimeter, it's Middleton and Giannis. Bryant is out there with Young. And it's Dellavedova in at the 1 spot. Now here is Dellavedova. Back to Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Middleton kicks to Antetokounmpo. Over Simmons. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. Bucks on defense. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year they came out on the losing end.
And, you know, with two teams in the upper pyramid in the early going, important to establish that pecking order, especially within your conference. So this game is important.
Outside, Simmons. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Count it, good.
Boy, what skill from Simmons. I mean, so adept at reading the defense and exploiting them in the paint.
Screen by Young. Teardrop shot, and the rejection by Embiid.
That's the third straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
There's the pick. Paul kicks to Fultz. Oh, Paul in position. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Nets in Brooklyn. And there's the feed to Dellavedova. And the Bucks miss again.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Young against Simmons. Here's Paul. Milwaukee with the rebound. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
Tough night. I mean, they attacked on both ends, and unfortunately for them, they just got called for a lot of fouls.
Yeah, they were too physical and a little bit out of position. They were rough out there, but ultimately the physicality led to fouls, and that hurt them.
That's tipped.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Here's Fultz. The 76ers with another miss. The Bucks have gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Saric grabs the board.
And that's solid defense, rock solid, contesting without fouling. Well done.
Passes it to Paul. Embiid the screen. Saric with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Fultz, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
Boy, for such a young player, the razor-sharp focus of Antetokounmpo, really impressive. I mean, a muscular guy who still makes baskets despite getting hit in the process. He's not wide, but he is muscular.
That one misses. And Clark, is a Midwest guy, you grew up watching your teams go up against the Bucks, and even as a player, you faced off against them more than your fair share. When you think about the history of the Milwaukee Bucks, who leaves an imprint on your mind for how they help that franchise?
Well, guys that I actually played against, Sid Moncrief would be at the top of the list because he was so integral to the Bucks' success. Really good at both ends of the floor, a leader. I didn't have to guard him, but I played against those really good Bucks teams in the early, mid-'80s, and he was a big part of that.
Here's Dellavedova after Ben Simmons' bucket. Back to Young. Shot clock at 6. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
they've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Stolen by Dellavedova. In the corner, Middleton with it. And a miss there on the triple. The 76ers leading by 4. Here's Fultz. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Middleton.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And too long on the shot.
And sometimes, you know, you don't capitalize off a good shot or a good look. Still, you got to keep letting those good looks fly.
And slam dunk by Sharp.
Kevin, for a young player, I like the way Fultz sees the floor. He knows and feels when a guy is open.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Dellavedova. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Dellavedova's got his first 3 points of the game. In the corner, Simmons with it. With the teardrop, and that's 2 points on the layup.
And Simmons so deft with the floater, freezing the defense completely.
Now here is Dellavedova. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn, and that one is good. Dellavedova's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, not a perfectly set screen there, but got in just enough room to get that shot off.
Tries from 16. Again, Philadelphia.
Well, I tell you what, that's a shot Chris Paul is really comfortable with. I mean, if he gets the space to rise up from mid-range, he's going to bury that.
Now here's Middleton. 11 points for him in that last game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
Yeah, passed the ball well that last time out. Pinpoint passes and racked up a bunch of assists.
Lock at 6. Dellavedova, the pass to Young. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
And, you know, Kevin, this team is struggling a bit right now. I mean, I hope he can find his rhythm and start making his shots out there soon. Otherwise, ...
Now here's Paul. Boy, he was something else against Boston. And the shot goes in from Fultz. And now a 7-point 76ers lead.
Man, I love the energy Fultz plays with, Kevin. I mean, when he's deep in the paint, he's really comfortable going up to shoot it.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Bryant. Here's Young. It's stolen by Fultz. And here we go. Sharp, the fast break chance. Outside, Antetokounmpo. He feeds it to Middleton. Bryant with a screen for Middleton. Here's Young. Milwaukee, no good that time either. The 76ers leading by 7. In the corner, Simmons with it. Now here's Fultz. He's guarded closely. Clark, when you watch a team that's clicking on offense, what are some of the smaller things, the small details that are setting them apart?
Well, a couple of things. One is solid screen setting. That's huge because that's an unselfish act when you set a screen to get somebody else open. Then ball movement. Being willing to go past a good opportunity for a next pass best opportunity. I think the Golden State Warriors do that as well as any team in basketball. The extra pass, sharing the ball, and giving themselves up for each other.
He's off on the first.
Well, I look at Fultz, and he has perennial all-star written all over him. A fantastic playmaker who's really got a ready-made skill set for the NBA.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Henson checked in for Bryant. Kenneth Faried comes in for Young. And Tony Snell subbed in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He hits the second from the line. Bucks trail by 8. Middleton outside. Pass to Henson. Feeds it to Snell. Screen by Fareed. 6 to shoot. Dellavedova. The shot's good from Henson.
Henson very skilled down low. At almost 7 feet tall, the defense cannot allow him to get deep position.
Anderson outside. Now here's Fultz, defended by Middleton, and he banks in the layup. Fultz has got 7 points.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Now here is Dellavedova. He's got 5, and it's put back in by Fareed.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else.
Got him with the pump fake. Savvy move right there. And it's 9 points for Markelle Fultz.
They're up right now because he's been dominant on offense. And, man, I like seeing him catch fire like this.
Henson sets a screen for Middleton. Dishes it to Fareed. From 10 feet out, he can't get it to go. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
And what stood out to me, Greg, was the aggressiveness. I mean, it seemed like they just were eager to get it done, wanted it a tad more than the other team.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. 76ers getting the bucket. They set the pick. And Henson kicks to Dellavedova. Screen by Fareed. Dellavedova dishes to Henson. Here's Snell. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. That one drops for him.
Nice job exploiting that mismatch. Realized he had a smaller defender on him and went right to the mid-range jam.
A floater, and Fultz gets it to go. 11 points in the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now here is Dellavedova. He has 5. Nice job coming off that screen. Middleton's got his first points of the game.
Whenever you give Middleton that kind of space to fire off the pick, he's good to go. One of the best scorers in the game.
They set the pick. Fultz kicks to Holmes, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Now here's Fultz. G right on him. There's the triple. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the 76ers lead by 13.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
Yeah, and they've come out strong. I mean, clearly they've been the better team so far.
Screen by Fareed. Henson the pass to Middleton. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Middleton's got 5 now.
Presence of mind, really important. You know, this game is more mental than physical. And Middleton is a guy who stays in the moment. He's exceptional at knocking down a good shot off a good pass.
Holmes sets a screen. No one near Fultz as he lets it go. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Boy, Fultz so good at getting to his spots and then capitalizing, Kevin. I like watching this guy score the ball.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. 13 points up at the end of the period. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Back right after this. Hey, you talked to Chris Paul, and it's clear he was born to play the point guard position.
unfortunately, I've always been vertically challenged, so.
Vertically challenged, that's classic coming from Chris Bull. But, you know, seriously, Greg, he's taken that challenge and made the most of what he's got. A terrific play.
Really, and you know what? He's actually turned that challenge on his head when he goes right at much bigger players and uses their size against them.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the 76ers?
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
You know, we've seen them bearing their fair share of mid-range jumpers tonight, too. I mean, that's a good start for them.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And so in the game for the 76ers, they've got Anderson. Rashawn Holmes out there with Luwawu, and it's Knox in at the 4 slot. Here's Dellavedova after the Sixers pick up 2. Green, the screen. Dellavedova dishes to Henson. From deep. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut to just 9 on the basket from Dellavedova.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc. And one of the things I love about Chris Middleton is his decision making. You know, he doesn't force shots or passes when he has the ball, and just lets the play develop. And that's why coaches trust him so much.
Bucks trail by 11. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Dellavedova kicks to Middleton. Henson with the screen. Now here is Dellavedova. He's covered closely. And Henson with the bucket on the assist from Dellavedova. And with Middleton in his decision-making, it's true for both his scoring and his passing.
For the amount he facilitates, he has great efficiency. Low turnovers, solid field goal percentage, and his passing gets better every year.
And Philadelphia has possession. Following the score by John Henson. And here's Anderson for 3. And Henson pulls it down. Milwaukee has gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Here's Snell, defended by Anderson. But they recover it. And now the 76ers on the break. Stolen by Dellavedova. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Here's Snell. It's hauled in by the 76ers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. No good from Luwawu.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
And here are the 76ers now. Following the three-pointer by Chris Middleton. The pass to Luwawu. Back to Anderson. Here's Holmes. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a three-point play chance.
Boy, I like seeing that toughness on the offensive glass. Did a nice job judging, anticipating where the miss was going, and then putting it back in. Nicely done.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Performed well thus far this season with a 78% clip.
You know, his free throw percentage has dropped this year, but not really enough to raise any red flags or become alarmed about it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Bryant comes in for John Henson. And Antetokounmpo subbed in for Chris Middleton.
Gentlemen?
On the free throw, no good. Clark, you were a fantastic rebounder your entire career. What do you feel gave you the edge over the other players in the glass?
You know, one of my fellow Buckeye greats, actually the greatest Buckeye of all time in basketball, I think, was Jerry Lucas. And he talked an awful lot about rebounding being more about timing and pursuit of the ball than anything else. And I had a good gift of timing, and I clearly was chasing down that pumpkin as well as most. And those were the things that allowed me to be a good rebounder. Good timing, good hands, and pursuit of the basketball. It wasn't complicated, but some of it was giftedness. The other part was persistence and hard work.
Dellavedova kicks to Antetokounmpo. Right block shot. Down low. There's the steal. And here is Simmons. 23 points for him the last game against Boston.
And his passing also off the charts in that game. In just about every aspect of their offense, he was dialed in.
Bucks trail by 9. Now, Antetokounmpo, a dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game. Count it, good. Antetokounmpo's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Excellent awareness from Antetokounmpo, sensing the chance to impose his will inside and then capitalizing really easily.
Now here's Paul. He's got 5. Pass to Llewellyn. Shoots a 3. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for the Bucks.
Liking the effectiveness they've shown here from 3-point land. And I say, hey, shoot it more. They've been successful with a high field goal percentage, and we'll see if that continues to be a part of their arsenal.
Sharch checked in for Richaun Holmes. And here are the 76ers now. They lead by 7. And Simmons kicks to Embiid. That one, no good. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. They set the screen. 6 to shoot. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That one on Embiid.
And I tell you, it's ridiculous how much space Antetokounmpo covers in just 2 strides. I mean, the way he handles himself going to the basket, man, it is one sight to see.
Throw, no good for Antetokounmpo.
And Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak. Matter of fact, I'd love to just call him the Greek Freak if I could. Is a matchup issue for any defense. I mean, he's a guy who literally and really can play any position on the floor.
Now Dellavedova following Chris Paul's 3-point attempt.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
A 3. Again, the miss by Paul. Bucks trail by 5. Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's got 8. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And Paul gets it to go in.
That is the quick decision-making of Chris Paul. Doesn't take a single dribble, just sees it and hits it.
Antetokounmpo passes to Green. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got 8 rebounds in this game. Simmons dishes to Embiid. Paul kicks to Sharch over Green. And there's Sharch on the assist by Paul. And now a 7-point 76ers lead. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Down low. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket. And Brett Brown, such a great fit in Philadelphia. He loves the town, loves the game, loves to coach. he says about the town, Clark, it reminds him of his hometown.
Well, that's nice to hear because he does embody a lot of the grit that you come to know and expect from Philadelphians. I mean, it reminds him of where he's from. He's faced the media through tough times. He's always candid and forthright. And he's coaching with a long lens, as he put it, building towards something great. And, man, I tell you, that passion and enthusiasm just oozes out of him, which is pretty cool to see.
Here's Young. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. 14 feet away. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Dellavedova kicks to Young. Down low. Here's Fareed, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Well, Clark, you had the distinct honor of playing horse against the former president of the U.S., Barack Obama. You lost that game, I don't want to remind you, but I want an honest answer. Did you let him win that contest?
Kevin, the deal is that it was an unbelievable privilege to play POTUS. We changed the letters of that game back in 2010, and I let the president up. I gave him life after I had him down, and he took advantage of turning the momentum in his favor. He won fair and square. I did give him an opportunity to win, but he's on top in that matchup, and I think it ended up being good television. And while some of my former teammates look at me with disdain for having lost a horse game to the president, I think it was all intended to end just the way it did.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Philadelphia leading by 5. Ball outside. Embiid with a screen on Fareed. That's a 2 from Paul, and he gets the shot to Paul after coming off the pick. Paul's got 12.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Fareed setting the pick for Antetokounmpo. And there it is for him. Young's got his first points of the night.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
Now here's Saric. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Simmons passes to Saric. On the clock. Here's Fultz. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Now here is Dellavedova, defended by Paul. And it's Dellavedova missing. The 76ers leading by 5. Saric outside. Kicks it to Paul. Saric against Young. Back to Paul. Saric with the screen for Paul. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. He's got 14.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Simmons. Dellavedova dishes to Fareed. Young in the corner. Offline with his 3. Philadelphia's shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Tony Snell. And it's the 76ers with the ball. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's touched by Fareed. Here is a list of the NBA's most adept passing teams this season. These are your assist leaders. The 76ers, number 1.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list.
And the 76ers making a change here. Anderson's checked in.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Dellavedova kicks to Fareed. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Young with no one around. Again, Young missing.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Now, here's Fultz. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Celtics in Boston. There's the dish to Šarić. Lays it up off the glass. And now an 11-point 76ers lead.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now here is Dellavedova. He's got 8. Screened by Young. Dellavedova, the pass to Young. And the shot's good after hitting off the rim. Young's got his second basket of the game.
Really good alertness from Young there, who was in perfect position on the catch and shoot.
Here's Knox. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. The 76ers have made 1 of 3 free throws in the game.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Blue shots.
First one falls for him. Both shots good from the stripe. Just 4 seconds left in the first half of basketball. A big-time effort for Chris Paul, providing a lot of energy for Philadelphia. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. All right, thank you, David. Folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet. Chris Paul has been the story in this one. He had 14 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the 76ers?
Well, they've been playing with some toughness. It's led to a nice lead for them, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebound.
And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan.
Welcome back, everyone, to Philadelphia. There's City Hall, an amazing building. Such a great part of this historic American city. And as we welcome you back, the 76ers leading by 11, and Milwaukee looking at who they've got. On the perimeter, it's Middleton and Giannis. Young out there with Bryant, and it's Dellavedova in at the point. Simmons dishes to Saric. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Fultz. The shot, no good. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Middleton on the wing, puts one up from 19. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists tonight.
And Thaddeus Young he's got a unique offensive skill set. I mean, he really is able to score over bigger players with just an array of little hooks and floaters and off-balance shots in the lane.
Now here's Fultz. He dishes it to Paul. Here's Saric. No good on the 3. And Greg, at about 6'8", what is it that enables Young to finish so well inside?
I think it's more finesse than power. Not a lot of free throws for him, but he can get his shot off quickly before the shot blockers have time to gather.
Simmons, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You just have to be more careful with Simmons. I mean, he's absolutely brilliant at keeping the defense off balance.
The 76ers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
That's good from Simmons.
And, you know, anytime your game is compared to LeBron James, that's a heavy mantle, no doubt about it. But, you know, with Simmons' size and point guard skills, I certainly can appreciate where people might make that comparison and can actually see some mild similarities.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And Simmons at 6'10", a rare combination of size, strength, athleticism, and elite playmaking ability.
No question, Kevin. He's a drive and kick dime dropper supreme. I mean, this guy whips bullet passes with ease and great vision and plays downhill, too.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the 3rd quarter. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Excellent concentration that time by the 6'10" Simmons. Very good at completing these chances despite the defense's best efforts.
And Ben Simmons said he didn't take a lot of outside shots in college because he didn't need to. He could get to the rim pretty much at will.
Well, he'll find that will not be the case at this level. His shots inside will be challenged a lot more. His perimeter shot has been the question mark, and that's where I think he's got to improve.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the 3rd. Dellavedova kicks to Bryant. Here's the screen. The feed to Antetokounmpo. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And, you know, the way Giannis Antetokounmpo moves in the pick and roll is tough for the defense. I mean, there's no way really to match his size and skill set.
Milwaukee shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
One shot.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. Clark, what is amazing about how Giannis plays is how much ground he can cover. It's like he shrinks the floor with how long and tall he is, and his stride when going end-to-end or just attacking the basket.
Agreed. And how about this? I mean, he's Euro stepping at 7 feet tall. I mean, that's like a dance move, and this guy's doing it with ease. His size and movement and grace. Looks like at times he's on another planet playing against the best players in the world. The Greek Freak has set a standard on what it means to have elite athleticism in the NBA that very few can match.
And you watch Antetokounmpo play out there, and he looks like a supersized point guard with how he moves and gallops and initiates the offense. The term is point forward. But the bottom line, Clark, is that Giannis is the orchestrator when he's on the floor.
You're exactly right, Kevin. The assist numbers grow every year for Giannis. He causes a ton of mismatch problems. And how you guard him on the perimeter is always a quandary for the opposing team.
Shooting two, gentlemen.
First free throw is good.
And the Australian Simmons is a star in the making thanks to his extremely versatile and high-level skill set and big frame.
And so he makes both from the line. Here's Dellavedova. He's got 8. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. You look at Chris Paul. What a contribution.
I don't think the defense has an answer for him, Kevin. I mean, he's simply going off right now, knocking down everything.
We see a chart here for the shooting performance so far for Paul.
And when you come into a game with the mindset of going right at the rim and not settling for outside shots, this is what your shot chart will look like. Every chance they've had to either attack the paint or play back to the basket, they've taken it, and it's been a complete success thus far.
Here's Dellavedova. He averages about 5 points a game. Here's the screen. The shot by Middleton, wide open. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got his 7th assist here tonight. Embiid the screen. And it's Paul penetrating. Charge has the open look. Sinks the three-pointer. Charge has got 9.
I tell you what, Kevin, there aren't many players who would have even seen that pass. But when we're talking about Chris Paul, he's got unique vision, unlike most anybody else.
And here's Young from the arc. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got his 3rd rebound tonight.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Here's Middleton. And the shot falls short this time. The 76ers leading by 13. Paul outside. Shot clock at 6. Rebounded by the Bucks. Young's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's picked up by Paul. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 6 in the 3rd quarter. 50% from the field. Over in the corner, Fultz hits it from 3-point range. He's got 17.
And you got to guard Fultz from this spot. I mean, when he has the space to fire from deep, he makes the defense pay.
Here's Dellavedova. He's got 8. Here's Young. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Philadelphia's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Embiid sets the pick for Paul. Paul missing again.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Dellavedova. The shot misses. Paul with the defensive effort. The 76ers leading by 16. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
And now we get a moment to see the numbers for Middleton. He's putting up 13 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And I think he's got to be pretty pleased with his output. And you know he's always looking to push himself.
Yeah, you know, really solid numbers across the board here, Greg. I mean, he contributes in a multitude of ways for this club.
Wants to get it to Antetokounmpo and does.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
Great way to see the alley-oop. That replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. And Simmons kicks to Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 4th assist in this one.
Just a tremendous feel for the game. Simmons is so gifted at reading the floor.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And, you know, Joel Embiid quickly emerging as one of the league's elite rim protectors. I mean, Coach Brett Brown called him the crown jewel, the centerpiece to their defense.
And with Embiid's presence now, Clark, opponents shoot a very low percentage around the rim.
Well, the best defensive impact in the league by the numbers, Kevin. And his 7'5" wingspan, a big part of that.
He's checked in for Fultz. Milwaukee also making some changes. Green comes in for Young, and Tony Snell subbed in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. There's the pick. Middleton the pass to Dellavedova. Poked away and taken away by Paul. Here's Luwawu, defended by Middleton. And Luwawu gets it to go. Luwawu's got his first basket of the night. Bucks trail by 18. And here is Dellavedova. 8 points for him. Bryant dishes to Middleton. Over Paul. Shots good by Middleton. Middleton's got 10 points in the quarter.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Saric with it. Now Green defending. And Saric kicks to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And really, Simmons makes it look elementary, simple. I mean, the way he attacks defenses from multiple angles is hard to deal with if you're defending it.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the 76ers?
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, and the other thing that they've done well is they've really attacked the gaps of the defense with quick, decisive drives down the lane.
One shot, find the lanes.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Dellavedova, the pass to Henson. He kicks it to Snell. No good from outside.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Passes it to Knox. Outside, Simmons. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Snell. He's got 5. Now Dellavedova. He feeds it to Henson. 6 to shoot. Over to the left wing. Here's Knox. And the 76ers get it back. Holmes, good.
And you can see how this game is going. I mean, put a body on somebody.
Exactly, man. Come on. You got to be physical down there. There's got to be some intensity and some physicality on the board.
Dellavedova dishes to Green. Over Simmons. Green, no luck. The 76ers leading by 21. Pass to Luwawu. Holmes, that's a screen. Off the left rim and out. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Green, the screen. Feeds it to Henson. Shoots over Holmes. Rebound by the 76ers. Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 17-7 run. Now the pass to Luwawu. And he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
He's hit his free throws at a pretty good clip this year, 77%.
Anderson, he's checked in for the 76ers. The Bucks also with the sub. Fareed is checked in.
One shot behind the lanes.
And Clark, we know that players are evaluated in a historical perspective, largely by how many rings they have. Do you think that's a fair way to evaluate things?
I don't think you can solely evaluate an individual player in a team sport by the number of rings he's been able to win. Clearly, it can be part of the criteria, especially if you're talking about great players who have had similar careers. It can be a differentiator. But to me, it doesn't necessarily carry the weight that some people like to give it in evaluating players. Individual performance over time is what, to me, marks the hallmark of a player worthy of Hall of Fame consideration or being talked about being one of the greats in the game.
And he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle, too.
There is no quit in Dellavedova. He is persistent. You've got to respect his ability to score despite getting slapped around at times.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
I don't think you really can say enough about the work he's put in and the massive strides he's made in his free throw shooting, guys. I mean, his numbers are way up this year.
One shot.
That free throw good from Dellavedova.
And Dellavedova is a hard-nosed guy, tough guy, somebody who hustles for loose balls all the time. His teammates absolutely love his energy.
Dishes it to Anderson. Pass to Luwawu. Anderson the screen. A floater, and Henson sends it back.
Hey, that reach of Henson, remarkably long, unbelievably long, and that allows him to wipe away shots effectively.
Snell, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Knox, Fareed defending. No coverage that time. He's got 6.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Dellavedova kicks to Fareed. Dellavedova with the ball. 11 points in the game. Kicks it to Fareed. It's blocked. Here's Luwawu, defended by Middleton. Luwawu, the pass to Knox. Anderson outside. Stripped away. One-on-one fast break. Here's Snell. And the layup's good off the glass. Snell's got his third basket of the night right there.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Got that one up quick.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
And Middleton kicks to Snell. Here's Henson. It's deflected. Out to the right wing. Another three for Philadelphia.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Middleton outside. The dish now to Dellavedova. 13 feet away. Second chance shot. Good on the bucket. Fareed's got 5 points so far.
And that's exactly why you got to box him out, because when you don't, that's what happens. He burns you on the glass.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. There's a screen from outside the arc. Another three for Philadelphia.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Screen by Fareed. Snell. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. The Bucks shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. They've got Luwawu, Sean Holmes out there with Mickey, and it's Knox in at the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And Clark, we've heard the term empty stats for players that put up big numbers but didn't impact the game to the same level of those numbers. What do you think about empty stats?
I'm mixed on empty stats. Clearly some stats impact winning more than others, but in this day of analytics, some of the stats that apparently document impacting winning may be overdone as well. Statistics are statistics. They're part of the game, and you evaluate them in the context of a number of variables. So they're here to stay. Empty is probably too strong because they're part of the game.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. And that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. Grant dishes to Fareed. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the layup.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
Knox, Fareed defending. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. And Philadelphia making a change here. Henderson's checked in. One minute now into this fourth quarter. Grant outside. He dishes it to Henson. Burks against Henderson. Stolen by Henderson. And here we go. Fast break. Henderson's got it. Shoots from 14. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Grant kicks to Burks. Henson, a screen on Henderson. Screen by Fareed. The feed to Henson. Tries from 10. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. That one good for 2. Now, here's Grant. He kicks to Fareed. The Bucks working the ball around. Fareed, a screen on Henderson. Burks, the pass to Fareed. Got a hand on it, and he gets it back. It's good. Fareed's got 4 points now in the quarter. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Mickey. Clark, we've seen the bench celebration become almost an art form in the NBA over the past few seasons. Are you surprised this is a thing now?
Not at all. Again, when everything is captured and documented and you're going to have creativity and attention-grabbing celebration. So it's just part of the landscape.
And Bielitz kicks to Fareed. Here's Burks. And no good. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Right wing. In the corner, Holmes with it. He feeds it to Henderson. Holmes, that's a screen. Off the pick. Henderson, no good.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
Yes, that goes in.
And Henson very aware of his surroundings, knowing the defense can't block his shot when he's this close to the bucket, takes his time and makes it happen.
Henderson with it, and Burks picks him up defensively. Got freed up. Nice work off the pick.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, they're dialed in, locked and loaded from outside the arc. It's all about the triple so far.
Grant kicks to Burks. Here's Fareed. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. And recently, the NBA changed it so announcers for teams no longer get a vote in league awards. Not an easy decision for the league to make, Clark.
No, it wasn't an easy one, but I can understand that there's always the potential for bias when you're associated with a particular team. But there's also some expertise that you no longer have now because of that rule. So it's a delicate balancing act, and I don't mind at least giving it a shot for the league to do it this way.
Grant. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
A good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Hey, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And Bielitz kicks to Grant. That one doesn't go. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. It's Henderson on the wing. The pass to Knox. From 12 feet out. And Henson sends it back. He gets that one. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting not great, 40% for the game. Grant kicks to Henson. Pass to Fareed. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Pass to Knox. They set the pick. Fareed against Henderson. Clock at 6. Lets it go. Again, Philadelphia.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Henson with the screen. And here's Burks. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. They get the rebound. Fareed right through the D for the layup. Fareed's got 10 points in just the second half.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Feeds it to Henderson. Passes it to Holmes. Stolen. Fast break, Milwaukee. It's Bielitsa. Here's Henson, and he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
And Clark, when you played the NBA with still mostly American players, now the game is truly global with players from all over the world. How do you think that has changed the NBA?
Well, I think it's enhanced the NBA's product on the floor because, again, you're getting the best players in the world that are competing in the NBA with the international influx. I think it's added to the global popularity of the league without question. The NBA is clear in that we're going far and wide across the globe to find the best players to play in the best league in the world, and I think that's healthy and good.
For Philadelphia, they've gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Anderson's shot is off.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And it's Grant in the corner. Here's Snell. Anderson with the block.
Boy, great to see Anderson reject these shots. I mean, he's an excellent defender, very skilled at that end of the floor, and takes pride in being a shutdown defender.
Defended by Henson. Lets it go with a 3. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Grant outside. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Mickey's got 6 rebounds in the game. Henderson passes to Knox. Dishes it to Anderson. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's the screen. 5 to shoot. And the foul on John Henson. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the NBA has tinkered with the All-Star voting in recent years. Fans no longer get 100% of the say for the starters. Clark, how do you feel about that change?
I like it. I mean, again, the fans desire to be involved and should have an opportunity to be engaged in the voting because they're so important to the success and popularity of the league. So I like the fans having a piece of the vote. 100% is far too much, so I think the fact that you've got it weighted between fans and those who follow the league closely, along with coaches, is about the right blend to me.
Донар вот такой вот нахуй был, блядь. Блядь. Вот такой вот где-то, блядь. Донар вот такой вот и вот такой вот. Ну я знаю, видел такой вот. По сути такая же шампанка. Я знаю, Вася говорит уже. Такая
Bucks shooting only 35% in the fourth quarter. The offense looking a little rickety. Green kicks to Snell. So here's Burks. Green, the screen. Burks' shot is good.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Knox, by Green. Knox, the pass to the low. Anderson outside, expanding his range. Good from the low. Here's Milwaukee now. some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Green, the screen. Here's Snell. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two. With the versatility of modern players and the switching that goes on in defensive schemes, Clark, are traditional NBA positions meaning less and less in the game now?
I think we're finding that more teams are playing close to positionless basketball in many ways. So positions aren't nearly as important as skill sets with your 5 players on the floor. I think that's what you look at when you field your team.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. He hits both from the stripe. Philadelphia's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. The pass to Knox. Anderson outside. From the baseline. Green with the rebound. Green's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
Knox the pass to Luau. Anderson up top, right at the free throw line. Green with the rebound.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, he has been, and he's got to find his stroke because he's holding back his team as a result of his poor shooting.
Hands it from downtown.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Philadelphia.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10. Here's Grant. No good. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Pass to Luau. Here's Mickey. Anderson outside. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Great tee that time from Green. Now Burks kicks it to Grant. Burks on the wing. Jacks up a 3. It's good. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for
Decenni andai giù al mare e andai fuori per una ragazza. Un suo ex mi guardò male come Rocky in piazza. Un passante ci riprese con la voce non con la webcam. E solo io so quante ne ho prese, ma tutto questo era un calcio. Non era un gioco comunicare, prima che il Nokia fosse un super trend. Andavo in centro per chiamare, da una cabina come Superman. Per me Milano era come New York, sui sedili a ragioni di un tram. Ci torno adesso, rimpiango e penso che tutto questo era un calcio. Andava sempre così, dal lunedì al venerdì, la stessa gente di in tasca niente, però era meglio di un film. Mike Tyson, Laude, James Hunt, Stallone al Kogan, Van Damme. Mi guardo adesso, rimpiango e penso che tutto questo era un calcio. Era di moda andare a ballare, all'acqua fanno il cocorico, musica alta in ogni locale, poche parole come Robocop, il 50 top e le impennate, Giovanni folli come Peter Pan. Ci penso spesso e mi accorgo adesso che tutto questo era un calcio.